Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you now game number 4 in the series, Coolxian versus Darken. Darken spawning as the red undead over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Coolxian spawning here as the blue night elf on the bottom right. We are on Terranus stand. I am curious as to what hero Coolxian is going to be going for. I cannot say he's been traditional by any means, as he has gone for every hero except for Priestess of the Moon now, going once more for a Warden. Now, you gotta remember he is up in this series 2-1, and we'll see if he'll be able to come out ahead even further, or whether or not Darken will be able to even things up in this matchup. Now, this is a very, very important game. It's very difficult to come behind from 3-1, as we are now looking at this Archer finishing off this Renegade Wizard here. Warden may be able to get to level 2 after clearing down one more creep cam. That Archer really cutting it really close there, as we now see a Death Knight now making its way over. Archer realizes, hey, wait, Death Knight is already over here, picks up the item, and now may try to go after that Death Knight just a little bit more. No Shadow Strike, though, as the Warden, oh, he ended up letting the Ancient of War actually get a kill. That is going to really set things behind for Coolxian. Are we going to see the Death Knight kill there? No, we are not. Warden now sitting at level 1 still. He would normally, or excuse me, she would normally be at level 2 at this point in time. However, a little bit of a miscalculation, mistiming on that Ancient of War caused a bit of experience loss of about, I would say, 60. Yeah, 60 experience loss, 50 to 60 experience loss right there, as the Skeletal Minion now running for the hills. All right, Warden wants to get in some damage, may try to go after some of these units here. If he just landed a Shadow Strike, that damage would be pretty significant at this point. Skeletal Minion trying to run through, does end up getting taken out, I believe. Yeah, yes, 12 experience given. Death Knight decides not to use his Dust of Appearance charges. Not quite sure what's going on there, as a large number of ghouls. Oh, wow. This is just an absolute nightmare there, as the Rogue with Lightning Shield and a misplay by Darken, not realizing, oh, Staff of Teleportation. Oh, my goodness. If a Fan of Knives did go down from that Warden there, that would have been pretty much a lot of dead ghouls. That would have been a huge setback there. You can see now the Warden is considering whether or not she can head up there to try and get those ghouls, but those ghouls will have the protection of one Nerubian tower and will have significantly more hit points by the time the Warden gets there. Down over here, you can take a look. Oh, a little bit of denial there. I believe the Archers actually got the kill. Level 1 on the Warden, almost level 2. You can see that that Nerubian tower there is level 2. Now the Warden may try and blink back there to get some damage. All right, there you go. There's a Shadow Strike on one ghoul. Gonna Shadow Meld right there. That one ghoul is not long for life. One more tick and it will get taken out. There it goes. Warden just standing here going, you know what? I have all the time in the world. It is nighttime, my favorite time of day, as she is now heading back off to the north over here. Is she going to be able to land another Shadow Strike? That is the big question. Going after some of those units. There's a Shadow Strike onto that unit there, and now you can see her Shadow Meld once more. This one Acolyte down to 110 hit points knows that the Acolyte just can't come back because of this Warden. As soon as the Acolyte tries to make its way back over here, he's gonna end up falling apart. As you now see, the Acolyte is there. Oh, Warden can pretty much just attack it. And is it going to be able to Shadow Strike? Yes, Shadow Strike, Staff of Teleportation now to get the heck out of dodge. Don't want to be in a very bad situation, as all the Archers are now just launching arrows at that Death Knight. Death Knight still sitting at level 1. Very close to level 2, but still far enough behind to cause a little bit of an issue, as now the Warden is right here. No Shadow Strike. The Death Knight will be able to get away. Archers can just really focus on the Forest Trolls now and the Sasquatch. The Warden will most likely not get level 3, but this is still all very much in favor of the Warden. Is the Warden getting the experience here? Yes, Warden gets the experience by using one of the charges there. That was a bit of experience, or a bit of a surprise, using that all-important mana to take down a creep right there. All right, Dark Ranger now coming in the other way, and this is a bit of a surprise. All right, there is one extra Skeletal Minion already on the field. Lesser Dark Minion, 9 to 10 damage per attack. I apologize in advance if I cannot tell the difference between a Skeletal Minion and a Dark Minion. They are very close together, even though their stats are slightly different. I believe the Dark Minion actually has slightly higher damage, as we now see them going back the other way, trying to fight once more. All right, let's take a look at this. Archer taking a little bit of damage. Dark Ranger does not have Dust of Appearance. That is very important. Death Knight down to 167 hit points, trying to run away. Warden does not have Boots of Speed, will not be able to catch up to that Death Knight. As the Death Knight now off to the north. All right, Ghoul is now trying to finish up things off over here. One very, very low hit point Ghoul down to 49 hit points. Looks like that will be able to escape. Now going after another Ancient of Lore, just trying to delay tech at this point. As you see, the Warden has now arrived back to the party. All right, each individual Archer has been microed very, very well. Dark Ranger hasn't done very much of anything except constantly delay one of those Ancients of Lore. The other Ancient of Lore not having a problem back at base, so production should not be that difficult. Now, it may slow down the tech time, which is important as we are now going into a slaughterhouse by Darken. Darken slaughterhouse, obsidian statue most likely underway, perhaps even with destroyers, as dryads and bears are likely. We're gonna see a transition from ghouls. Oh, picking up a tome of agility right there. We're gonna see a transition from ghouls, I believe, into crypt fiends. As you see now, the first crypt fiend has made its way out onto the map. Crypt fiend very, very instrumental at fighting. Oh, there is a shadow strike, and that one Death Knight is in serious trouble. Death Knight now trying to wander around, heading back into the creeps. Creeps are gonna be able to purge. Is the Warden gonna get the kill? Yes, she will. And Coolxian is just playing a perfect game at this point, able to cause a lot of problems, a lot of disruption, as we are now going into that Dryad production. Now, second Ancient of Lore not training up anything. Coolxian losing valuable time on the productions from his tier 2 buildings for his eventual tier 3 units. Bears, I do consider a tier 3 unit, even though you can start training them at tier 2, just because, well, you eventually just upgrade them. Anyways, Warden now making its way off over here. Let's take a look. Is the Warden going to be able to track down this Acolyte? Acolyte has taken a fair bit of damage. Staff of Teleportation, Death Knight with no mana cannot help that Acolyte. Acolyte very low on hit points. Looks like the Acolyte, oh, down to 4 hit points. No, the Obsidian statue went away, and it is going to stay alive. Beautiful, beautiful control of the Obsidian statue, knowing that the Acolyte could still stay alive right there. That was cutting it extremely close, as we're now the Ancient of War tanking more damage from this orange creep camp. Warden gonna be rejoining, sitting at level 3, possibly gonna get to level 4 right here. Oh, I believe that was another kill from a lightning shield. Coolxian not paying attention, denying himself a level, I believe that's actually a level 5 or a level 3 creep. Very, very high level creep. Let's see. Nope, I can't see it off over here because it's already been taken out there as well. Warden does get to level 4 and also has rune bracers. Will mean that she is not nearly as vulnerable to the Death Knight's Death Coil, Frost Nova, the Lich's Frost Nova, or any other magic damage for that matter. Anyways, let's go ahead and make our way off to the north. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Dark Ranger sitting at level 2, I believe. Oh, level 1, almost level 2. Meanwhile, not quite sure what Coolxian is trying to go for next. No serious follow-up play has been spotted. You can see that he's now trying to go after these Kobold Geomancers and this Kobold Taskmaster. This is a very, very difficult fight just because of the amount of slow that is cast between the Mud Golems and the Kobold Geomancer. This is perhaps the worst creep camp to actually get creep jacked at, because, well, you just end up falling apart in an instant if your opponent is anywhere within hailing range and can see you. All right, Kobold Taskmaster quickly taken down. Warden sitting at level 4, picking up a potion of greater mana and taking a rejuvenation as well. Oh, both armies very close as the crow flies, but are they going to spot each other? It does not look like it. And Coolxian is going to be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to head back home. Druid of the Claw quickly gets taken out. Frost Nova Death Coil 1-2 punch, slowing him down. And now the Warden is in serious trouble. All right, they are now going to go into bear form. They're going to teleport away. Slippers of Agility. Warden is right there. Are they going to Staff of Teleportation or Scroll of Town Portal back? It does not appear so. Damage is now coming in. As you can see, the Warden is right here, and the Warden can easily get some serious damage. There is a Shadow Strike now. Archer getting taken down. Death Coil saving. 400 hit point heal. Warden really going after that Lich very hard, but with a Potion of Invulnerability being transferred, the chances of that really working have pretty much fallen to nil. All right, Warden still very, very strong at level 4. Are we going to see? Yes, we do see a Shadow Strike finishing it off before the Death Knight could get the Death Coil off. Death Coil did not shoot out, which means he still has the mana, but now that we have bears out on the field and no Staff of Preservation, things could go very much awry here. But the Death Knight, oh, Potion of Invulnerability being transferred back over, now going after the Lich. Lich is going to have a very, very bad day, but bears are falling as well. Does that Warden have enough mana? Invulnerability gonna go ahead and go after the Death Knight. Death Knight goes down. Warden still has about 2 seconds left of invulnerability, going after some more units. Lich gets taken down. Warden is still right there. Can turn around, Shadow Strike onto a Crypt Fiend now, and we can still see a big fight going down here. Warden is in serious trouble. Has to consider her options. Now needs to back off. Maybe forced to scroll a town portal. Shadow Strike onto a unit. Blinks away. And will be able to heal and fight another day. Needs some desperate mana right there. There you go. Where's the rejuvenation? There it is. And a perfect rejuvenation on a... Wow, wait. Warden gets to level 6. This is a 12-minute, 30-second Warden at level 6, folks, with a potion of mana. This means, what does it mean? It means we are going to have an Avatar of Vengeance. I have not seen a level 12 Avatar of Vengeance in quite... Yeah, a 12-minute Avatar of Vengeance in quite some time. As soon as that Warden just goes inside here, all of the skeletons at the graveyard will arise and start causing problems. All right, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why hasn't it been dropped? Why hasn't it been dropped? Seriously, why hasn't it been dropped? All right, there is too many destroyers there, I guess. Dryads are now there. There is the Avatar of Vengeance. Here we go. There's the engagement. Spirit of Vengeance is now dropping down. You can see that the Warden is looking very, very strong. Avatar just has to stay back and stop to smell the roses at the graveyard. Meanwhile, these Spirit of Vengeances can just rush inside here and just cause problems. You can see each of those corners are turning around. However, the Destroyer could, in fact, get some damage onto that Avatar of Vengeance. Why don't they devour magic or something? I guess, no, is it magic immune? It might actually be magic immune, making it invulnerable to that type of damage. All right, Spirit of Vengeance still fighting off on the back over here. Warden now quickly comes in, gets in a Shadow Strike. A lot of damage to be had. Warden is going to be in a little bit of trouble. May need to blink out of there. Yes, does blink out. Needs a rejuvenation and needs a rejuvenation badly. There is, wait, where's the rejuvenation? There's the rejuvenation, as the Spirit of Vengeance is still causing problems. All right, Death Knight still not on his way out yet. Warden, or actually I guess is on his way out, but nowhere close. You got to be careful with that Warden. You do not want to end up losing that that rejuvenation. Oh, Shadow Strike onto the Warden, trying to go ahead and take down the Death Knight, the Lich. Lich is still right there. You can see that the Warden is just hiding, playing her time, and is she going to be able to escape? Down to 64 hit points. Forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Lich dies to a Shadow Strike. Time, but now all these bears are in trouble. No real way to save those units. Let's take a look at this. Bears are now trying to retreat. Oh, Staff of Teleportation coming back, and the Warden is back, ready to fight once again. Shadow Strike onto another ghoul. That ghoul is going to have a very bad day. There goes another ghoul there. Yeah, there goes that other ghoul, as we see a very, very low hit point Obsidian Statue. All right, Obsidian Statue now taken down. It looks like Coolxian is going to end up taking a 3-1 lead in this series, unless for some reason the Warden gets taken out, but I can't see that happening just quite yet. As long as Coolxian plays it safe, and it's very easy to play it safe with a Warden, as long as you're just constantly blinking away, then you're pretty much fine. All right, Bear taken out right there. Warden sitting at level 6. Looking strong, lying ready to strike once more. Let's take a look at the supply count. The supply count is at 35 over 60 compared to 50 over 60, and there is the GG. Darken loses game number 4 to give Coolxian a 3-1 lead. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game number 4. Please stay tuned for game number 5.